What's up, guys? Welcome back to Cool Fred's Garage. Today, I'm about to head back out there over to Mr. Furlough's and work on that Ford Gran Torino. So we're getting closer and closer to get ready to start this thing up. Just a few more things I gotta do to it. So I'm about to get ready to head off over there. So this right here is pretty much the day 6 or episode 6 or video 6 or whatever. But this is basically part 6 of me going over there working on it. Hopefully we'll be able to get it started up. It's just a few little miscellaneous things I gotta do. I know I say that every time I get ready to go over there, but before I head off over there, it's another beautiful Saturday morning. I believe this is October the 1st. This is September 30th, 2023. So early Saturday morning, around about just a little bit before 11 o'clock. It's actually 10:33. I know I'm making a lot of guesstimates, but yeah, I'm about to get ready to head off over here. I got my truck loaded up with some of the tools that I'm gonna need. So I'm hoping I got everything. So I made sure I bought the book this time, just in case we, gotta double check the firing order and the timing specs. So I got some wiring stuff to. I got a couple ground wires under the dash, and I got the light wire and the ignition wire that needs to get hooked up, which isn't super hard. I'm just trying to get some of the other things out of the way first before I move on to that, like that throttle cable. But I got to do some modifications to that, and I got my Milwaukee reciprocating saw in here somewhere. I just put that bad boy in here. I think it's on the other side, but I got it in here somewhere. Oh, it's up under here actually. So I got that in there. Got some miscellaneous wiring stuff. Got my power probe. Got a whole bunch of miscellaneous tools. He got tools too, but the tools that I take, I like to use my own tools, by the way. But the stuff that the main stuff that I'm taking, like the cord, the extra light, like the drill. I got drill and some drill bits because I know I'm about to modify that throttle cable bracket. So it's mainly like stuff that I know I'm gonna need to fabricate and do little things just to kind of make my job easier while I'm over there. And let's see here. So basically, before I head over there, I always like to do like a little quick introduction video talking about some of the parts or some of the tools I had to get. So we recently ordered in this gas tank fuel sending unit, and I think it's by Elkers or Elixirs. I guess I'll try to put the description of the information in the description. But so basically, his oldest son went to put some gas in the gas tank, and it started kind of leaking on the driver's side. That would be where the fuel sending unit is. So maybe the last time they worked on it, but I mean it could just be as old, or just maybe like I know the tank was cleaned out by one of his other friends. So, but this is a new fuel sending unit. I think this is from like Max Auto Parts. It's kind of hard to say the place that this part is from, because that part place, I mean, they sell like a few different like brands of stuff. They specialize in selling Ford parts, but it's like they go by Elkers or Max, but it's a place out of Florida. But of course, like this, only thing it says on here is it came from this this shipping department, and I don't know, but it's a part number right here. That's a part number right there. It says this right here fits 71, the 73 Mustang, but I know a lot of Ford stuff was very similar. But the most important thing, I know I was talking about that, but we got a new lock ring and gasket. That's the main thing. So we got that stuff, and I guess there was a Mercury Montego and some type of Lincoln. I don't know if it was a Mark 8, Mark 7 or something, but there was a Lincoln body style and a Ford that they made back in the day that kind of shared like a platform or a similar body to that Torino. So, you know, basically going on the site, I learned that. So, all right. So I got a chance to talk about the fuel sending unit. I need to take these gloves with me, and also pretty much I almost was about to forget these Sasso blades that go in the reciprocating saw. So he has like a vise and everything over there. But, you know, these blades, I would definitely need those. He might have had some, but at the same time, I need, like, the blades so I can modify the bracket for the throttle cable. And I got some safety glasses here. Now, I got a much pair of nicer safety glasses, but I misplaced them. I'm thinking I left them over there, so I may find them. They're actually a green pair that I get off the Matco truck, so they don't fog up and glare up as bad. But I know I'll be cutting stuff and probably, you know, grinding on some things. So just in case, I got those. And then I got some good old some heater hose, some 5/8 heater hose. So I'm trying to put those nice dressed up lines from the heater core, but some of the adapters and it's like a reducer or something on there that's kind of weird, but it's like a 5/8 hose. I think this will fit and go over it, so I'm gonna have to use some of this in conjunction with those other ones. And also he has like a heater control valve that's vacuum controlled, so I'm gonna put some new heater hose on there. So this is 6 feet of 5/8 heater hose line made by Armor Mark. Got this from AutoZone. So sometimes versus going in the back and having them cut your heater hose to length, like you say you need, like, you know, 3, 4, 5 feet, and it costs $1 or something. This right here was like more economical. I think this was like $6 or $7 for this pack. And a lot of times they have it on the shelf where you can just go in there and grab it and take it with you. So sometimes that's a little bit better, and you get a little bit more better bang for your buck that way. So I'm about to load this stuff up and get ready to head out there. And another thing that I recently discovered when I went to Harbor Freight is these shop towels in a roll. And I know I've seen them in there all the time, but just never grabbed them because I'll be thinking, man, you know, these things, this right here was $13.99. But I just want to say that I'm probably not going to never go back to original rolls of shop towels unless I'm maybe in a pinch, because, you know, these shop towels you get, I think I bought like a couple rolls from I want to say it was Walmart. And I mean, you know, with all this inflation and all this stuff since COVID, like over the past 2 or 3 years, like the paper towel roll, like your regular shop towels or wherever, they just get smaller and smaller. Like they put less on there. I think this thing was like this big around, and it was like maybe almost $4. Sometimes you get a deal if you buy 2, but I'm already out of these. But when I was at Harbor Freight, they had this right here, these blue 2-box shop towels, and I believe I bought this brand before in a smaller package from Sellers. So like, and the cool thing is, it's like a little sticker on top. You take it off and you can just pull these out of the top, and you get a bigger roll. It's like I want to say it's like 200 sheets, 200 towels in there. And because the thing is, by the time you buy 4 or 5 of these, you're gonna exceed the money there. So you're probably saving maybe a couple dollars, buying like this, $2 to $3, depending on that. So, but And I think I like these shop towels a little bit better than those anyway. But yeah, it looks like it's got a little gauge right here to tell you like when you're getting low. So that's pretty cool. I kind of like that. Plus I kind of like where, you know, you can just pull them out of the top. So that's pretty cool. So I'm taking these with me. All right. It's cool Fred here, back over here with the 1972 Ford Gran Torino Sport. So just getting back over here to get the rest of the things buttoned up. I believe last time I started taking this the throttle pedal and all that stuff apart so I can start working on that throttle cable, which I'm about to. So that's pretty much what I want to get knocked out today. I want to get the coolant hoses on here, and I got to put the fuel sending unit. I talked about that not too long ago, the new fuel sending unit that I got to put in here. So so they was in the process of getting the gas tank painted up. His son did that. So they got the gas tank painted up, and while they was putting gas in it, they noticed it was kind of leaking around here. So I'm not sure if it's coming from this socket area for the fuel sending unit, or if it's actually I'm not sure if it's the fuel sending unit or the lock ring. So it's leaking at one of those two places. So basically, I'm just opening this box, pulling this out, just to make sure it looks like it's the same one. I'm just kind of taking a look at it. So looks like it goes in there about like that, which would be about right, because that's where it sits right there. So just kind of matching it up, make sure it's gonna work. Got that back in the box. Size. And also got to modify that bracket for the throttle cable. So I'm gonna be working on that too. This actual piece right here. So I'll be working on this, and also the piece that's going to the manifold. Just got to unscrew that. I should be able to make something work. So I'm gonna put that back here on the vise, and kind of, I'm gonna use this factory end that bolts to the firewall right here. So with those two holes in it. So I'm gonna put that back in this vise and do something with that. But I got to grab my Milwaukee hacksaw, and I'm gonna need that for the hoses too. So go ahead and do that real quick. All right, so I just went to the truck and grabbed my Milwaukee hacksaw. So this is a Milwaukee Fuel. I mean, I use this for a variety of stuff, you know, working on cars, working around the house, and everything. Home improvement is good for all kind of stuff. So I got an assortment of metal and wood blades right here that I can swap in and out. But yeah, this thing here, it's pretty heavy duty, nice and strong, but at the same time it's slightly compact, and it's just real versatile. So I kind of like having that versus breaking out a regular reciprocating saw, which I do have a Milwaukee one, but it's corded and it's a lot bigger. So this right here, the way it has this angle right here towards the front, you can kind of get it in some places. So it's pretty much kind of like a compact hacksaw that's got a lot of versatility. So I like this thing. I've had it for maybe about 3 or 4 years. I actually got a good deal on it. I think I bought this thing at a place around town called Half Off Wholesale. It's where they buy like these big old containers and stuff from like Home Depot and a lot of places like that. So they're able to buy this stuff by the truckloads at a discount, and they actually sell it. And it was actually a new tool. It was just maybe something that I'm not sure if it got discontinued or it's just overstock or something that Home Depot had. But you know, a lot of these places are also on eBay and stuff too, so you can get a good deal on a lot of tools and stuff without, you know, paying a premium price for it. So. Alright, so I'm out here still rolling along. So basically I'm just kind of test fitting this right here. This is what I modified here for the throttle cable. But I need to elongate this hole down here for the on the firewall, so this right here can sit flush. Like, it'll almost go, but it's not quite gonna make it. So I need to kind of like just elongate that hole just a little bit. It's about a 9/16 around. And the biggest drill bit I have is a 1/2 inch, so I'm trying to find a step drill bit so I can actually elongate that hole just a little bit. So basically, I could have maybe left this a little bit longer and then kind of did it from the inside of the firewall, but I was also trying to get it as close to like how the factory one was, because I know the pedal goes up against the firewall a little bit, so that's one reason I cut this little extended part off of there, so it can kind of butt up flat against there on the other side of the firewall. So I was trying to get it kind of close to where that was. What I'm doing now is the other side of the bracket where it's gonna fit, that will be this end here. I'm fixing it so this can slide through there. It may be just a second option depending on how I see. Depending on how I think it'll work, I may use it. But pretty much essentially what this right here is the bracket that goes to the intake. So it's pretty much gonna sit, let me see. It's pretty much gonna sit like that. So, and then the throttle cable can come down here. So I got a couple options. I probably won't really need that, but I'll see how it works. This right here is adjustable, but as you can see, it'll slide in there like that. But I guess it would be nice for it to go straight through and not have to worry about sliding up and out. But if I tighten these down, then I can also adjust it back and forth too. So that's pretty much the plan on that. So as far as the heater hoses go, we're gonna try to do those dressed up ones, those pipes, those flexible pipes. But you know, it's kind of giving us a hard time because these are 5/8 hose. These are 5/8 heater hose, and those were pretty much made for 3/4, but the pipe size of that flexible pipe is about maybe, I guess, 5/8. So they put the adapters in there, but I tried kind of doing some things to try to make it work, but it was just giving us a hard time. So we just put, you know, regular heater hoses back. So I got the heater hoses in, all the hoses, all the coolant related stuff and plumbing is done. So I'm trying to get this throttle cable knocked out, and then from the throttle cable I want to put that fuel sending unit in to correct that fuel leak, and then I was going to get back on the inside. I think I left my light on. Yeah. I was gonna get back on the inside and wire this stuff here up. So, you know, it's moving along. You know, it's a little bit of a slow go because I'm just running into a few snags here and there. Like right now, I'm trying to find a step drill bit so I can actually drill out that hole, because I can drill it out this way. So it's actually up there between that, I guess that styrofoam, but it's a hole where the top of the gas pedal will go. So I need to make that hole longer. And it's moving along. It's coming slowly but for surely. Alright, so pretty much what I just got through doing, it's not really necessary, but you know, it'll serve a couple purposes. But so basically just keeping, so this right here is another piece that was on the factory cable. I pretty much just saw it off with a saw where the cable was, and I'm gonna use this existing screw and attach this to the bracket. And then this right here is gonna kind of fit like middle way. So pretty much that'll just help make sure that this won't, like it won't ravel loose and slide out of there. Cause that right there can slide in. If you tighten it up tight enough, you should be good. But you know, that's just like a little extra assurance, and it'll still be adjustable. You can still move it back and forth or whatever. So I'm gonna show you guys what they look like in a second. Alright, so here we go. This is the finished product of this right here. So that's gonna sit right there. And then the cable is gonna angle up over here to the, probably right here. And then pretty much from there, all I gotta do is just kind of cut the this part here. Once I find out how much I'm gonna need, cut it, and then it'll attach there, and then I can slide the cable through. So one of Mr. Furlow's son ran to the AutoZone to get us a step drill bit, so we can I can waddle that hole out a little bit, and I can put this cable, I can mount the cable up to the firewall. So these right here are the two screws that's gonna mount it up. So pretty much with this right here, just, you know, it's a custom style universal cable, but I am able to use most of the hardware to kind of, you know, put it in. So so other than cutting it to length and attaching the piece that goes here on the carburetor, which I'll probably go ahead and put that on there in a little bit, we're almost pretty much almost done with that. Just got to be able to mount the rest of it together. So this right here turned out pretty good. So it's secured pretty good. Ain't got to worry about it sliding up out of there. But you know, I figure if you tighten it down pretty good, if you had to use a lock washer maybe, but you know. But I just kind of wanted to put it together so it's nice and neat. And you know, that's it. That's that. Alright, so I did find some bolts to get this that throttle cable bracket right here on the intake secured. So while I'm waiting for that drill bit to come back, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go back here to the fuel sending unit and get ready to put that in. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in, and then from there I'll probably go ahead and maybe start like on some of the wiring, because I will have to power up the car to do that. But the main reason I haven't powered up the car yet is because we were worried about, you know, we didn't want the fuel system to be dry just in case the pump kicks on and the pump run, you know, start off running dry. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and do this next. It's nothing to it, just gonna knock this lock ring out swap that. Alright, so here we go. I finally found got a hammer and a screwdriver here, so a lot of times that kind of what takes you the longest, finding tools and making sure you got this and that. So I just spent a few minutes trying to find a hammer. So I get this lock ring out. When I get the fuck out of there, I need to loosen this clamp. So swap this fuel sending unit out. So I can kind of see like traces right in here where, you know, the fuel was leaking. That little buzzing noise behind me here, that's the porta-cool. Well, it's called master cool. So that thing there is because it was starting to get a little warm outside, so that thing makes sure we stay cool. I can already see what the problem is without even looking a lot. So I'm just gonna I'm just gonna look at this just to make sure my other one looks like that, which I'm sure it will. Looks like we lost a little ball on the end. It's in there somewhere. But anyway, as we look a little closer here, you can tell what happened to that O-ring seal. Like it's all, so that's why we were leaking. That's why it was leaking the fuel. So just gonna get this cleaned up and put new O-ring in that fuel sending unit. So that's gonna solve our problem, so we're not leaking any gas. I guess now we know that for sure that the gas gauge will work. But let me just compare it real quick. So yeah, they look pretty much about the same. So yeah, that's gonna work for us. Got a new gasket and O-ring. I just gotta get this. Just gotta clean that up just a little bit. It's not too bad. Just gotta clean it up a little bit and put the new one in. Alright, so I got this thing all cleaned up, ready to go in for the new one. As you can see, this old gasket didn't stand a chance that was in there. This thing is just worn out real bad. Alright, so it's gonna be a little tricky trying to put this thing in there. It's actually pretty easy, but you know, since it's on the bottom, this O-ring gonna have to come out. So I'm gonna have to like kind of put this in place and then just kind of get my lock ring on. Have enough pressure while I install this. So that's pretty much the plan. So I guess I can try to cheat and put my O-ring and stuff like that on like that. Just kind of slide it up in there. And then get it positioned up in there. I might need like a little screwdriver to kind of help me. Just get it I was thinking more like a smaller compact screwdriver, but I'm gonna try to work with this one. So it's got a couple of notches in there where it goes. So it's got this alignment. It's got this alignment tang right here. So this right here lines up with that. And from there, it's ready to just slide in there. It's just gonna be just a little bit of a beast to So what I'm thinking is I'll take the screwdriver, kind of hold it in place temporarily. Here we go. I think I might have it. So I hope I got it in there good. So essentially what I was able to do is just kind of get that O-ring kind of sitting in there. Just kind of keep pushing. But when the O-ring is in there, because it's got like a little groove that it sits in, and you get these little two tangs. So you got these little two alignment tangs right here and over here. Once those kind of drop into place, it'll kind of sit in there. Once that O-ring is nice and seated, you have enough room to kind of get the lock ring on. So I'm gonna beat this lock ring on with a screwdriver and get this thing, and I'm probably gonna start putting some gas in there too, just to make sure it's not leaking. All right, I got the fuel sending unit in there, so it's in there looking nice and new. But I'm going to go ahead and put this gas in. So I went on and brought my shake hose. So this right here got like a little, it's got like a little ball on the end of the hose. So hopefully this will make it go in a lot faster versus just sitting up in and holding the gas can to this funnel here. So let's see what we got. There we go. So as long as you hear that noise right there, it's siphoning gas. Let's make sure we ain't got no leaks. So far everything look good. Look like we in the money.